Right, testing. We are. Yes, and we are running and we're back. And welcome back. We're going to continue on some more MSQs, more main story quest scenarios here. And then, of course, we left off with Alexander Alpha Null, with them getting some shock collars, the bastards. Now, now let's see what happens. Hopefully, they can get them off once we continue on. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna continue. Persona non gratae. As per Lord Quintus' instructions, I am to supervise you during your time here in Inter Intertium, whatever. Before you ask, no, I don't have a key or any other means to remove your collars, nor would I tell you if I did. And if you try anything, you'll soon wish you hadn't. So, do you truly intend to speak with the others, or was that merely a ruse? We're in no hurry to disobey Lord Quantius, if that's what you mean, or um, perhaps you doubt the wisdom of his decision. Shay, do as you will, but remember, I'll be watching. If I catch wind of you doing any un untoward trying to trick our people into turning their coats and the like, those shock collars will be the least of your worries. Understood? Okay. We're somewhat compromised. To put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can on their situation, and above all else, don't use magics of any sort. Alright. You, on the other hand, may go where wheresoever you wish, even outside the camp. I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. But do not forget, if you do anything to endanger us or our interests, Alpha Nonals, it will pay the price. Okay. That's weird. Interesting, I'm getting a weird sound. Now I'm not getting the weird sound. What the heck was that? Right, so let's move. Let's talk to the people. Oh, it's a dancer. Hello, dancer. Give you props on playing that and still playing it. Alright, so what do you have to say? You came with Julius, didn't you? Well, whatever business brought you here, you best keep your hands off that aetherite. It's deactivated, but I'd rather you didn't mess about with it. Interesting. There are others throughout the city, built by Garleans, for Garleans. Built by Garleans, for Garleans. Saying it loud and proud, why don't you? Could teleport all over the blink of an eye, provided there was a terminal nearby. These days, however, we use the Aetherite's power to keep this place lit, though that comes at a cost of its normal function. Alright, 1 out of 5. So we gotta talk to 5. Tech radio. This radio is the same model as the one used at Victor Spoils. Perhaps it is what saved the soldiers here from being tempered. Possibly. I know who you are. The so-called champion of Eorzea, come to gloat, have you? No. I'll wipe that smirk off your face. By the blood of our fallen compared. Yeah. Fallen compatriots? I swear ugh. Damn, toward the search. Of all the times, the worst of the lot within striking distance, and I can't even muster the strength. If it weren't for the earth bleeding us, we'd be the end of you. Virgilia's treachery nearly cost Lord Quintus his life, but we made our escape. Took shelter in a mansion, tended to the wounded as we prepared to strike back, and then night found we gathered around the radio. Then the roar, the terrible roar. The capital was in chaos, but we were separated, but we were spread. If you can call this a mercy, mind intact, but body broken, a soldier in name alone. I'd cut you down where you stand if I could. Murderer. Jeez, talking all that shit you can't even stand. And what smirk are you talking about? I got no smirk. Just making up shit as you go. So cold. This young soldier is on the verge of losing consciousness. Oh, Jesus. I served under you served under Lord Gaius in the 14th Legion? I was there on the night of the Praetorian fell. Oh shit. You and your adventurers, you killed them. My comrades, my friends. Swept them aside in their dozens. As though they were nothing to you. And maybe I am too. Just another faceless enemy to be cut down, but it won't be long until our countrymen return. Until you get what you deserve, mark my words. Jesus. Well, first off, Gaius is alive. So, if you find out that he's alive, you might switch sides, hopefully. You might change your tone, too. Think of note. Yeah, everyone hates me. And your findings are consistent with my own. Their plight is desperate indeed. The sick and injured are at greatest risk. Greatest risk without warmth and proper nutrition. I fear they will soon perish. I realize there is precious little we can do for them at present, but I cannot bear to see them suffer. Please will you help me tend to them? There, my eyes, I can't see all that well. Thank you. The numbness has subsided a little. But I know it won't last much longer. You should look to the others who can still fight. give them my ration. If me going hungry means someone else lives to see another day, so be it. At least I can still serve in that way. So those you met fare no better? I was afraid you would say that. I know we were warned against meddling in their affairs, but we can't leave them like this. Perhaps we might gain permission to have the contingent deliver supplies. And Quintus may have made his feelings on the matter quite clear, but even he must recognize they are not in a position to refuse help. Maybe Julius can persuade him. Though we need to persuade Julius first. Well, let's see. Seen enough? As the people here have barely enough food and fuel to survive, have you and the other soldiers been able to produce... Oh, I messed up that part. We've been, we've been scattering provisions from the nearby houses, keep, as most families keep kept rather some stored away in the event they were snowed in. Still going out and getting it is dangerous work, and we've a lot of mouths to feed. Feels the greater concern though. We had some ceruleum set aside until it was stolen. We haven't identified the culprit. Could have been other refugees, or one of the afflicted for all we know. Either way, we're down to the last dregs. Without the heating they need, those in poor health are only going to get worse instead of better. Cerulean you need, our contingent has secured a ready supply. We can have some sent over. I'll accept your charity. If we can hold on a little longer, the situation is sure to change. Aye, everything will change. One of your comrades mentioned something along those lines. Telling me, huh? One of our scouts spotted a hooded man issuing instructions to the afflicted, or in the bastard's words, loyal servants of the Telephori. Then he made his way inside the Imperial Palace, or what stands in its place. We had identified the seat of the enemy's power. We realized Lord Quintus dispatched a messenger to the 10th Legion, saying as much and instructing them to join forces with the original legions to prepare for a combined assault on the Telephori. Once our allies arrive, your contingent will be sent running for the hills. Then we shall reclaim the capital by our own hand. Oh my god. And how do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, many of your countrymen will perish long before reinforcements reach Garlemald. They need help now. Say the word, and we will bring your ceruleum. Speak with Lord Quintus. Did he agree to it? Nope. No, he will not place Garlemald in the debt of her enemies. I have, however, been ordered to search for Ceruleum outside. As you are under my watch, you will come with me. Very well, after all, my hands make light work. Many hands. You lot are more trouble than you're worth. Once we're outside, you will follow my instructions to the letter. We depart shortly. Bam! There you have it. Quest done. Now what's the next one? His park materials. Began our search for Cerulean in Regio Urbanisma? Names! First location is Forum Solace, a park to the northwest of this station. You are to remain close at all times and act only as ordered. Follow me. Alright. Enemy! Let's fight it. Damn. So this is the park. I'm surprised they found space for one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational areas came first. The houses were later built around them. A healthy society requires communal spaces for children to play and adults to socialize. This park was named after the founding father of the empire, the great souls of Zos Galvis. Did we come to extract ceruleum from the wrecked Magitech armor? Nope. No, we've already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of the machina in the vicinity. But as our ceruleum has been stolen, we must scour the city for every last drop. And while I don't expect to find anything here, I've decided to try one more time, in case something has been overlooked. Let's see. Then with your permission, we will commence the search. Search for clues. Like that one. First, the inspection of the record of Magitech armor confirms that the fuel contains have a long since been drained of ceruleum, as Euless said. Jesus. We have the slides. Children's slide. The contraption is built in the style of Imperial war machine armed with a battery of weapons and capable. That's a slimy eye thing on my left. Weapons incapable of transforming into different configurations, but on closer inspection, it appears to be no more than a children's slide. Jeez. Not that button, but let's see. 515. Oh. Oh, there's something over there. Shop counter. Rather small by Garlean standards, the structure is reminiscent of a merchant stall. Perhaps it was built for children to play at shopkeeper. There is nothing inside resembling Magitech or any other devices that would be fueled by ceruleum. How about up here? Let's check up. Oh! A map and an aether current. Taking that. Surveying. Several points of interest are marked on the map of Foreign Soleus. The pond children's play areas. To your knowledge, however, none will require the use of ceruleum. Alright, let's go. Jump! Boom! Where I go to for this? Probably Euless. Hey yo! Oh, it's you. Any luck? Nope. Ah, darn thing. There's no sign of any ceruleum. None whatsoever. Always surprising but disappointing nonetheless. I couldn't help noticing you gazing at the pond. Is something the matter? What? Yes, I mean, no, it's just I used to bring my brother and sister here to play. The pond was heated to stop it from freezing over. So like all the other children, they just had to wait in the splash about. Would have stayed there if I didn't drag them out. We'd be sopping wet, and when all was said and done, every time. And every time when we get home, Mother would scold us, saying we'd catch our death walking around like that. The pond was heated? With a cerulean-powered heater by chance? I suppose it must have been. Come to think of it, I remember seeing engineers changing out a tank beneath the hatch. But it was a long time ago when the water still flowed clear and it wasn't this brackish muck. We can't see a thing, and I can't remember where the hatch might be. With the machinery most likely broken, the amount of filth in there is probably the only reason it hasn't frozen over. I'd wager it's still unbearably cold though. Ulysses, what are your thoughts on magic? The average Guardian would jump out of their skin if they saw it, but uh, the first has a few foreign sign fairy and medical, so it doesn't scare me. Then I take it you won't mind if I employ a little now. Alpha note. As you have a knack for finding dry wood, why don't you bring me some? Once that's done, a blast of verify which should do the trick. Leave it to me. You're not planning to go in there, are you? Of course I am. That tank isn't going to fetch itself. It's nothing so involved as extracting unprocessed ceruleum from frozen lake, like how the tappers do it. We're talking about a shallow pond in a park, and we have a way of warming ourselves up after. But that's insane. Well, insane is our style there. So, fancy a dip? A little friendly competition might make things interesting. The last thing we need is you catching a cold. Step aside while I drink the pond dry. That way, we'll find it in no time. Last one to find cerulean tank is a rotten egg. So I dare say we'll both smell like rotten eggs when this is over. So how many times do I have to do this? Interacting. Delve into a mucky water and come up empty and to add injury to insult. The icy wind on your damp clothing chills you to the bone. Oh, shoot. Okay. What's this? Right here? You need to water your fingers catch on what you think it might be a handle. Ha! Second guess. Yes! I found nothing! Yoba hasn't returned the cerulean tank. And yet, you become cold as shit. Oh god. How about your grand discovery comes at a great personal cost as you become actually aware of the freezing cold and a rancid odor emanating from every limb of your body. Ulysses will doubtless feel compelled to pinch his nose shut when you deliver him your prize. Oh shit. Oh man. Did you find anything? Oh, I hope you did. Here. Take this shit. I need to take a shower. That's it? And there's still some ceruleum left. Ah, the fire's still not ready. Hold on. I'll give Afino a hand. Call me an Uldan because by fire I'm reborn. My clothes are mostly dry now too. I appreciate you recovering the ceruleum, but I wish you'd taken the time to discuss the plan with me beforehand. Despite the way you've been treated in look into his eyes. You're still an envoys deserving of protection. If you were to die on my watch, he would be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all is well that ends well. Willis, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did, not far from here. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire awarded an estate. We lived well, better than many. What was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you can imagine, and so much more. Even during the coldest winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming from the snow, taking off your coat and sitting down for a hot meal with family. Visiting friends and relatives, receiving the same welcome, knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights in all the houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and song, of happiness. Now that the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite, the ice would melt and the forgotten grass make its triumph return. Gray clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings we climbed to the top of the tallest building we could find to watch the sun rise. Never again. Those rooftops are rubble. Those friends dead and those memories. If I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had. Soon our chance will come. We just need to hold on a little longer. No good deed. Alright, now that you've recovered from your cover from your escapades, escapees in the pond, there's another location I like to search, just outside the park. Alright. Words are hard, and there's a mob right there. Do I kill it? Yeah. As you can see, this place is littered with the remnants of various types of war machina. Well, my comrades and I have already recovered the tanks from the less damaged units. Those that took a more severe beating are harder to scavenge. We decided to save those for another time. That time being now. Rather than prize them apart piece by piece, it would be quicker to remove the outer casing using compact explosives. Alright, so we're using bombs. Alright, with luck, we'll gain access to the tanks without rupturing them. Though the force generated by these devices is relatively weak, I would advise you to stand well clear to avoid being hit by any sharp now. Alright. Before even bothering, though, you should check the machina's ceruleum gauge to see if there's any left. It should still provide an accurate reading even when the unit itself is inactive. If the gauge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use an explosive or not. Should you need more, come to me. Alright, she's gonna give me explosives. Nice. Understood. Let's get to work. Right? Okay, so he's gonna stay there. Engaged. The huge fuel tank is empty. At the accessory room in the warm sheet is out of casting and retrieving the tank. You'll find it to be completely empty. Broken, giving you no way to determine. Okay. Take that! So half full, or half empty, depending on what perspective of the way. Surely be pleased by your discovery. Alright. Suppose. Wait. Is that what I think it is? Yes, it is. You've done it again. Truly, luck is on your side. With this, we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. It's time we headed back. Wait here while I go and see how Alizé and Alpha are faring. Okay, so let's wait here.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
Accurate.
Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
And 4.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile. It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question. Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eula spoke?
Finished your war, Council?
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Do as he says.
Get them out of here.
was hesitant. He doesn't want to do it. Alpha and Alza will be fine, providing they do not resist. You will accompany me back to your camp, where I will meet with your leader and present Loquentis' demands. Before we depart, however, there is something I would ask of you. Assuming your contingent complies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported here. That task falls to Legionaries Marcellinus and Octavia, who will pilot Magitech armor to your headquarters. You are to inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the EU for further details in those words. Once you've seen to that, meet me by the exit. You again. Has to eat, he said. So that's to be the way of it. After all this. How ironic that you should be the one to deliver the news. If those are my orders, then so be it, for the glory of Garlemald. What do you want with me? Ask the So look, has reached a decision. I knew he would understand. He would recognize the savage as a ruthless, merciless creature, and to defeat him, we too must be uncompromising. I am ready. In the name of Emperor Varus, for the glory of Garlemald, I will fulfill my duty. Are we done as instructed? What do you mean by asked? Their duties involve more than transportation of supplies, don't they? Duty is really a simple thing. We have been given additional orders though. Whether we will be required to follow them depends entirely on your contingent. You and I are in this together now. Like it or not, we have to cooperate. There is one other matter. A place I'd like to visit on the way to your camp. It's a short walk from here, follow me. Short walk, like.
This is my home. Our home. At least it was until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate. When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I had to. I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. The Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. A red link at its center, the blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us? I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
Oh.
It's no use. Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But she wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
It's so cold.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varus at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people, one race cleansed of imperfections. A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varus and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos, searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics, to see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alice.
The scouts have secured Alea and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Ambush!
More are coming! Make ready!
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return!
Don't do this.
Stop, both of you!
This child may be the worst emissary I've ever seen.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies! Every word!
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope, and now dignity. I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Really?
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
Ah, you son of a... Stop. Ah. Much more has occurred since we last met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Before we proceed, tell me what you know of the First Legion and the disposition of their forces. Well, shit hit the fan. Yeah, they were prepared for war while the refugees in their care were left to go hungry. A reckless, short-sighted plan that risks the welfare of the people they are sworn to protect. Nevertheless, we cannot compel them to accept our aid. If we were to arrive in force with the intent to do so, we would only incite panic, but perhaps they could be persuaded to follow one of their own. Go with Ulysses back to the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling or unable to leave, but for the time being, I'll take what I can get. Alpha Note, Alizé, and the scouts sent to extricate them should already be at the station. I will also have our other comrades in the area lend their support should it be needed. Understood. Can't even go there. Well, time to ride. One sec. There we go. Alright, all set. Let's check in something real quick. Go. About an hour in already. So far so good. Not bad. So there's that. I'm gonna get off that real quick. Writing. Oh. Oh. Okay. Another ether current. An automated bit. Okay. Yoink. And another mob. But it is this way. Run, 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 run. Woo! Just before you did. And too late. Too late for what? What's happened? It's Lord Quintus. He took his own life. After the news about the 10th, he relieved us of our duties. Then, when he was alone, he... No, he wouldn't. Thancred and the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to the remains. In due course shall the legatus be afforded a proper burial. He released us from our duty. He wanted us to be free to choose our own fate. Allow him to guide us. Where I have just this moment spoken with Lucia. We are ready to commence the transfer of the refugees here to Camp Broken Glass, should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die, but most of us just want to live. Songs and standards be damned, we just want to live. We need to speak with the refugees. They'll have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If any would prefer to stay, we can have supplies brought over for them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see they reach our camp safely. Theodora, you're still here. Only ever a dream, wasn't it? To think we could reclaim it, rebuild it all ourselves. Before this all began, I sent my wife and daughter away to the province. If there's a chance I might see them again, I'll take it. So take me with you, please. Well, got the Aetherized sorted in the end. All it took was a few adjustments, and now it works as well as it ever did. From what I can tell, the one in Lantern Room is also functioning as normal. That's where you lot are staying, isn't it? Now that most of us are packing up and leaving this place, I reckon there will be more use for me and my skills over at your camp. Thank you. There we go. Smart. You're a smart man. Curious. Temple Knight. What do you have? Quest Sync. Some like it hot. Temple Knight Station has bottles of piping hot soup to deliver, though they are in danger of becoming tip before reaching the hungry. Okay, so they got some like side quest here to like help the refugees. Some things like that, I guess. But there's shit in here too. Oh, here we go. There's your Yonder. It's you, the one who treated me with such kindness. I heard from the others that you are not from around here. I thought you were one of us. Not that it makes much difference now. Purebloods, migrant savages. After a while, the words start to lose meaning until you are left with this anger and fear and hate, and I'm too tired. If you and yours have come to offer aid, I'd be glad to accept. Stancred. We have much to discuss. Our rescue, the attack on Camp Broken Glass. What would you hope to talk about with Quintus? Well, all that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Are any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? Thank the 12. Thank the 12. You and I should go first and secure the route back to Camp Broken Glass. With all the creatures and temperats skulking about, I expect we'll have our hands full. This should come in handy. Conqueror's Chain, courtesy of our Lumensian friends. I'd save it for the temperate, though. I'll mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once you've taken care of the riffraff, we'll meet back at our camp. Oh. Well, alright then. Yeah? Interesting. Okay. So we have to wipe out some riffraffs. You know what? Let's see. So we are here. I'm right here. So I can just start from here, 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 and here. Okay. Let's just do that really quick. Oh, right here. Might be somebody I'm gonna be fighting. Yep. Well, I know. What? You got something to say? Now I get it. Mr. Reaper. Thanks for the assistance. Interesting. Well, this Reaper's on a roll. Thanks. And there she goes. That was awesome. I do want to get Reaper maxed out, but like I said, I'm sticking to my guns. Sticking with Dragoon, and I'm gonna beat the story with it. That's what I want to do. And what in the hell is that? Oh, hell no. Oh, whoa, whoa. What is that? And why is it here? What is that some ape-looking mother? Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Ow. You are not about to... You're not about to fart on me. But he wasn't. He was about to slam me with his tail. You see no threats on the path ahead. Well, that's good. That would have been a pain in the ass. And I did that for nothing. But hey, I got experience. Just a little bit. Need a little bit of experience. Okay. I'm just sliding right now. Oh, this hurts so bad right now. Oh god. Alright, got this. Alright. Surveying, surveying, surveying. And there he is. Oh, just a little wild furry beast. Got that out of the way. Ah, there you are. As expected, I ran into a few beasts who went down without much of a fight. The tempered proved somewhat troublesome, but those chains should keep them under control until our allies take them into custody. With that taken care of, I'm to gather a few supplies and then return to the station. Well, while I see to that, would you mind uh, apprising Lucia of our progress? As it happens, I have some uh, rather pertinent information from our recent scouting forays, but I'll save that for later. First things first, and all that. Okay. Ah, I was informed of Princess's suicide. Must have come as a great shock to his men. What of the refugees? I'm told some were receptive to our proposal, but I would hear your first-hand account. That so many does not hesitate to accept proves how desperate their situation has become. We'll do our best to make them feel welcome. The troops who participated in the ambush are no exception. They will be afforded the same treatment as any other refugees. Perfectly, notwithstanding. After all, even if I wanted to make an example of them, there's no one left to learn from it. We tell our allies that these soldiers were acting under the direct orders of their legatus, and that following his suicide, they offered a full and unconditional surrender. Perhaps Quintus thought that had he lived, he would be tried as a war criminal. Why? And has been punished with him, perhaps by taking his own life. He hoped to absolve them of any culpability, or perhaps like too many others, he was a true believer to the end. Who can say I didn't know the man, or his heart? His reasons, noble or otherwise, died with him, and it falls to us to clean up the mess. Jeez. Crazy. Next one. In from the cold. I assume you're curious about how matters have progressed here in your absence. Quite well, as it happens. Now that we procured ceruleum from Trapper's Den, the recently repaired heaters can provide much needed warmth. Furthermore, we prepare sufficient food for everyone. Those from Tertium shall find a hot meal waiting upon their arrival. There's one for you, so go ahead and get some well-earned rest. Be that we're capable of wielding a ladder or two without your assistance. On your way, might I ask you to seek out Yustola. She was but recently attending to the wounded, but she's meant to be taking a rest herself. See that she is. Don't think she'll listen to me though. As stubborn as she is. Yes, I have been taking proper breaks and embedding in sufficient water. But what of the Warrior of Light? You and the twins have an established history of reckless disregard for your own well-being. We're all fortunate that one of you landed yourselves in my care. I've already quite enough to deal with between the tempered and the first wounded. Alas, though I can mend their bodies, uh, the, the toll their experiences have taken on their hearts and minds is another matter altogether. For their sakes, we mustn't waver, but nor must we rush ahead in eagerness to see the day won, and and in so doing, invite disaster. Upon settling down for supper, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view the scenes their entirety. Sure, why not?
Is that all of them?
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes.
We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
Hot soup indeed.
Warmth. At last.
Marvelous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Minson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
Well, be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
The hells you did! We were there every step of the way.
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
I did a damn sight more than you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Here.
At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it. I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
Mmm. It's a bit too flavorful for my liking.
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
It's the little things that make life worth living, don't you think?
I know this is not a dream, and yet... I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination, that my world had been forever changed. And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible. Were it not for you and your fellow scions, the rifts between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged. The Grand Company of Eorzea, the Ilsabard contingent. We owe it all to you. We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter.
I often don't have the luxury of choice. As do I.
I'm honored to fight by your side. As an Eorzean and Garlean both, I shall do all in my power to bring my peoples together.
It is a remarkable achievement. Everything that I and the Populares had hoped for, and more.
Would that it had come sooner.
Indeed. Too many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast, as if they still share in this moment.
Yes, I know what you mean. On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
Flower. Change color. I'm blue now.
What? Emperor Varys?
They are being tempered. The talismans. Quickly!
Save me, brave hero! Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Man, Daniel. How? Sneaky
The
bastard.
experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short. I shall begin the preparations.
Now, it is time for you to awaken.
What the?
Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold. Oh, but be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh. So, how does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing.
What the hell?
We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo. His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology. I took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject.
You son of a bitch. Give me back my body, you asshole.
And permit you to go on a righteous rampage instead of partaking in this delicious meal? I think not. I must say, I have gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord. When I discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner. He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes. Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate. Exposition is in order. The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple. But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then? Why, His Radiance the Emperor, of course. As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Galvus, dead. Provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire to reclaim her former glory. And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself. And lo, the Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean
Anima!
spirit, their anima. It calls to its subjects.
They revealed
compelling them
anima
to
in
take up
this
arms
part.
and fight. And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the globe. The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of anima itself. An ingenious design. Would you not agree, my lord?
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery. Perhaps you think that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo. Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion. Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star. The chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my gifts to you alone. At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger, and it would seem my friend has lost her appetite. I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion, but clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Assia, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself.
What are you doing, Xenos? No! No!
Oh dear! Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you? I shudder to imagine what carnage he would wreak.
You...
We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my generosity.
No.
Ah, there it is. Your camp, I believe. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making her way there as we speak. Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Or run, if you can manage it. My lord would be cross if I made it too easy. Such ingratitude. I'd not squander this fighting chance. After all, you've obstacles enough to overcome. Right on cue. Tempered soldiers, with standing orders to kill those not sworn to anima. Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
Oh my goodness. What the hell? And how in the hell did Enema get in this in the first place? I can't move. The fight this guy? Really? Everybody sucks.
Not bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent.
Shit. 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 so I gotta find something. Let's take repairs like has been damaged. But the identification key and fuel. Oh shit. Find that. It. Oh, god damn it. You have got to be kidding me. Okay. Yeah. Well, that kind of kills everything right now. Oh, you have got to be fucking kidding me. Guys, this shit again. Gotta skip all this shit and whatnot. Just leave it on normal. I'm not gonna fucking wimp out on this shit. Alright. Okay.
Given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, it would perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent.
San Daniel. Do I really have to like start talking to the machine? Oh, I gotta carry it now? Shit. Kidding me. Ow. Ow. The hell? Come on, come on.
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna, and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
And what of Eulus? His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment. But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Right when the first wave struck, we'd be fools to think it a coincidence. But where even to begin the search? No one saw her leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
While I know full well she can handle herself, I worry all the same.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Well, time to call off the search.
Case closed.
That's her, over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive her presence?
I am. Perhaps, in the aftermath of the wave, there is some residual effect interfering with my faculties. But...
Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Now, all's well that ends well. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Who are you?
That's right, get away from me, you bastard!
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go. But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I've yet to pay my respects. Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective. Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them. Heedless of the delay. Predictable to a fault. And so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether. And then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacles. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken. And all shall bear witness to the final days!
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert. Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake. All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
Thank goodness. She's awake.
Perfectly fine, yes. I hope the same can be said of you.
Bastard took over my body.
Everything in working order?
Looks like it.
That's a relief. Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Given recent events, I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly. A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Van Daniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly. Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our assault on the Tower of Babel.
That is literally a low blow even for Fandaniel and Xenos. Taking my body and shit and try to kill Alize and Gratae? No, fuck that. You're certain you're well, nothing out of place, no missing bits. Good, though I won't promise the same for Fandaniel and Xenos after I'm through with them. How much must these people suffer before they are satisfied? How many cruel, pointless tricks must they play? Prelude to the final days, or no, this ends now. The hell do they get? The fact that Enema is here. Gee, I hope Seymour doesn't pop up. I swear to God, if he does, I'm gonna flip my shit with the Seymour theme, no doubt. But Enema. He is an Aeon, not a Primal, though. Gateways of the Gods. Are you well enough to make your report? Yes, the bastard took my body and tried to kill everybody. And of course, they have the Primal called Enema. Don't fuck with that thing. This Enema was summoned with the corpse of Emperor Varus. The depravity know no bounds. Seems not. More to the point, we can surmise that wave of ether issued not from the Tower of Babel, but from the Primal lurking within it. A Primal's cry ranged rather more loudly in your ears than ours. If you were taken to the tower itself, then this proves beyond the shadow of a doubt that it is the beating heart of the Telephorus machinations? Probably. In which case we have some highly relevant information. As many of you know, ever since we dispatched troops to free the Leviers, we've been developing a plan to infiltrate the tower. Yeah, this is a bigger tower than the last one. And here, I thought that we were gonna fight Anima later, when they showed that, but damn. Up to this point. According to Dankred and his scouts, the main structure is lousy with tempered enemy magitech. Furthermore, road leading to its collapse, making it difficult to approach in numbers. So we gotta go in small groups. Thus, we do propose dividing our forces into two parties. One to distract, one to infiltrate. And I'm assuming I'm the party to infiltrate. The diversity force will be comprised of the Ishgardian, Gridanian, and Lamencian delegations. They will begin the construction of bridges to make the Telephori believe we are marching upon the tower. Meanwhile, the best suited of our Elamigan, Oldani, and Eastern comrades will use different methods of ingress. Look here. Oh, we got a map now. The facility marked in red is the Saladamium, a vast magitech manufacturing in ruins now, of course. Oh yeah, well thanks to you. So this is where Thancred was when I did that little duty thing. Now, with the freight tunnel connecting it to the erstwhile Imperial Palace remains intact. Okay. While the tower force's attention is elsewhere, an infiltration force can use it to enter the tower undetected. Be aware, however, that the underground rail network remains very much operational. Tempered are using it to bring supplies to the tower even now. If it can carry the material, it can carry us too, providing we sneak aboard unseen. The Science will lead the infiltration party. Once inside, we must locate and dispatch Fandaniel and Xenos. We will save the people of Garlemald and those who suffer the world over. I'll have my vengeance yet. It's time we ended this once and for all. There will be no more casualties of the Telefor's mechanical ambition. Or maniacal. How quickly can we enact this plan? Fandaniel made it quite clear that haste is a priority. Paramount concern, even assuming he didn't name the tower Babel on a whim. In Alman's time, it meant gateway of the gods. Shanda uses it to refer to a void gate, but in this case, it almost certainly alludes to something altogether greater. The eldest and the most powerful primals. All the more reason to act now. The rest of the contingent is aware of the plan, and we are ready to move at a moment's notice. We are to proceed to form patents. At least this group will meet you there. Right? As ever, we are grateful for your foresight. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Spare no effort in your preparations. We're gonna go fight Anima. Bro. The way into the tunnel is clear, we made sure of it. Yeah, with you guys? I wish you made sure to bring a coat instead. Then we best get in there before we freeze, especially you. Oh, the shoe will be on the other foot once we're in. Believe you and me. A good fight should warm us up. Barely enough clothes to sweater a newborn. Clearly, you have spent too long around the feral dog of the Dorthel. Watch your tongue, fool. That set feeds you to feed it to the crows. We will see who is the fool when you freeze to death. Expect me not to warm your ill-prepared hide. These furs are for myself and mine Heim alone. Should I be blessed to meet her this day. As if any woman of worth would wish to be won by you, little son, should we find such a warrior within, she will bask in my glorious flame. Stop, both of you. Save your fire for the enemy. As for extra furs, I have plenty to spare. As do we. Hello everyone. All set for battle, I see. Yes, fear of unnecessary incumbrances if rather more susceptible to the cold. Let us review our strategy quickly if you don't mind. Pippin's group has gone ahead to the Includonium. We are to meet them there. We wait until the temperature attention is drawn by our adversary force. Then we sneak onto the train. Next stop, the Tower of Babel. If any tempered included are injured, we, Shalia, will tend to them. You science must press on no matter what. Got it. Should avoid moving as a group until we're on the ground, so we'll need to make our own way to the Escalus, to the Inclendium. See you there. Guess I thought you reached soon enough, right? Well, if that's the case. Glamour. Or Glamour Plate. Have to go to the main home for that. Well, what does this have? Let's try on a chest, shall we? wish I had these colors. Well, this will be fine. Supposed to do jump up here or what? Pippin. Hey, it's good to see you. There we go. Oh, Pippin, you're ready to go. We already collapsed, but we were given only the most cursory explanation. Glad you recovered and quickly enough to take part in the operation at that. As you will have heard, we've secured the way in. Some few are to remain behind to keep your escape route clear. Our comrade from Lenti's Tears will lead the way into the station. I'll join you soon. Alright. Station's right this way. Tread lightly now. Alright, proceed to the station. Alright. This is everyone. What the? Consider the enemy well and truly distracted. Time to go. Primary objective is, of course, the Teleforce leaders. But should we be presented with an opportunity to vanquish Anima, we must seize it. It is indeed the force behind the towers. Destroying it will deliver our allies from the Teleforce reign of terror. And I, for one, would not see the Garlean people manipulated any longer, be it by Primal, Ascian, or anything else. Here. There's been enough of that. We came to help the people of Garlemald, and that's what we're going to do together. To the very end. The train should be along any moment now. Prepare to board, everyone. Alright.
Right then.
'Twould be a pleasure as always. I stand ever ready.
Victory will be ours!
Our fates are not yet sealed.
My turn!
Go sit and wait. I'd rather do this with people other than. Oh well, what do you know? And here we go, the Tower of Babel, with players no less. I would love to do the trust, but hey, if I die, I have to restart, and that's gonna be annoying. I'd rather get res in the middle of a fight.
Now or never.
Let's go. Well, let's go. Let's go. Woo! Oh, here's a big boy. Oh! What the? Well, he likes to punch things. Get him. What? What the? Oh shit, what do I do? I know I'm probably doing something wrong. I know I am doing this somehow terribly wrong. Ow! No! What is he doing? Oh, Lord. What the hell? Pass on that. Pippin. Oh, shit. Woo! Whoa! Holy shit! Oh! Watch out! Woo! They're doing pretty well over there. Alright, more loot. Pass. And more. What? Yep, pass on that. Okay. More loot. Pass on all. Next boss. Oh, what the hell is going on? Oh, back away, back away, back away, back away. Let's. Alright. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, what the? Obviously, I did something wrong. Toya's been turned into a toad! Oh yeah, raise up! Raise up! What the? I have no idea what is going on right now. Oh! I'm a toady, I'm a toady, I'm a toady. Why? Is this a thing? Why am I little? Ow! Oh no. Following him, following them. Die already. Jeez. That was intense. Pass on that. Okay, I'll hit need. Alright. What to do with these whelps? Sadu. Okay, we'll leave it to you guys. him. Oh, wait for me, guys. Wait for me. Wait for me. Wait for me. Oh shit. These are big boys here. What? Woo! Oh no, oh no. Here we go. Just want to say something real quick. Yeah. Yo, Aeon. Anima, you're huge. You're... Oh my god. Okay, this ain't good, this ain't good, this ain't good, this ain't good. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shielding. Holy shit! That is a big boom boom. That is a big boom boom. What the hell? Oh shit. Why me? I'm standing here with you guys. Oh! Yeah! Ow! No, that was pure BS. Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, back up, shit. Thank you. And that's his overdrive. Ow. Oh, big boom boom again. Enema, stop it! Yeah. Oh! Oh, there's something wrong. Oh god. Healed up. No. Stop feeding on the souls. Big boom boom. Ah! Oh, damn. Well, that was something else. Did I win loot? I don't need that. So it was one thing? Yeah, I think it was one thing. You attained... Okay. Alright. So we fought and defeated Enima.
Farewell, Varus. May the gods have mercy on your soul. Come. The other two await.
This madness ends here.
Oh, hush. This is the best part.
Okay. Now you're talking. Cheaters.
Oh, mighty Zodiac! Awaken from your slumber and descend!
Some manner of magical defense?
Cryo? But how?
How is she here?
The shackles that bind my adversary will not be so easily broken.
Hydaelyn! Feeble relic of a forgotten age! Hark! Victory is mine!
Huh? What? It stopped.
No more ether.
Ah.
And I was so close. My lord, a slight change of plans. We shall travel to the moon and break this wretched barrier ourselves.
Whatever it takes.
What was that?
The final order issued by Anima to the Tempered Thrones. Should the Empire fall, the world must share her fate.
Of course. Father lacked the conviction to give such a command. The abomination born of his flesh was but a puppet, and I the puppeteer.
You madman, you monster!
There's a funny joy in watching your flailing attempts to fight the inevitable. You're all going to die, and are powerless to prevent it. We really must be on our way. You're welcome to give chase, provided you are content to leave comrade and tempered alike to die screaming.
too much of this child. Tend to her. The last brand at Mare Lamentorum is yet unbroken. Zodiac remains bound. I have shifted the flow of ether and sent the enemy far from their destination. Now, I shall divert it once more. An ally awaits, and I will deliver you unto him. Seek his aid. Restore the seal. Zodiac must not be set free.
The Tempered are running wild. Not only those at the tower, but those back at the camp. The others are doing their best to contain them, but the situation is growing beyond our control.
Leave them to die or give up the chase. Just like Fandaniel said.
You're going alone? You have our trust and our faith. I pray we have yours. Our friends in the Tempered need our help. We will save as many as we can, I swear.
Once we have matters well in hand, we'll join you on the moon. Until then, be careful. There's no telling what you'll find.
We go to the moon. After so many quests. 2 dungeons. If all the Tempered are affected, Ulysses and his comrades likely put up quite the struggle. We'll find a way to save them. We must only pray that we are not too late. In the meantime, may the 12 carry you to victory. We now enter the Tower of Babel with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, open the Trusting Sphere located in the main menu. A trip to the moon. So that's gonna be the next quest. Well, I'm definitely gonna stop it from here. And definitely gonna stop it from here. Just take a break and, well, probably hit the bed too. But yeah, we'll definitely continue this next time. We're making good progress, slowly but surely. But hey, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it nonetheless. So. That's funny. I can't even like look up there, can I? I can't even look up the moon. That's funny. But, Yeah, I'll definitely halt it here and continue on the next one next time. But it was fun fighting it against Anima.